Hey, welcome back into today's video. Anision, he was trying to make children's content. That's the last thing that you expected to hear today. But I do want to say, I'm doing good on uploads this week. This is the third upload this week, so I'm feeling like I'm getting back into the swing of things. But we have some stuff to talk about, and it's to do with a name that you've not heard in a while. Today in Exploring YouTubers. Now, I first heard about this from YouTuber iNabber, who made a video titled Anision just made the worst return to YouTube, which essentially was him re-uploading content from years ago, back when he was very popular on the platform, and a turn towards kids content, which someone like him, I just don't feel like it's a good idea, and I'm going to explain to you why if you're unfamiliar. Anision is a YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers. He's got multiple channels, and none of them are doing good. You might remember this video by him where it's just an entire video of him saying, "I'm a banana." I'm not going to play it because I don't give anybody a reason to like give me any type of like strikes and stuff. I'm busy. I don't have time to take care of stuff like that. Basically, Anision, real name Gregory Jackson, was accused of a predatory grooming. There was a huge situation that involved Chris Hansen.
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw like 6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on my door.
Okay, 1 second here. And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling things at me through the door right now.
Okay, and do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
Now that has a controversy arc of its own, which we don't have time in today's video to explain that. But the alleged victims were sharing their stories on Chris Hansen's YouTube channel. There was actually an FBI investigation where ultimately I don't believe anything was found, but there was a lot of things that fell through the cracks. There was a laptop that was turned in and mishandled, so the evidence was swept away. A good example of this was one of the girls named Sarah turned in a laptop that had potential evidence that could have put Gregory behind bars, or his spouse Kai, but this was mishandled. It was apparently tampered with, passed around, and then sent straight back. So the ball was dropped on that one. This controversy even had its own documentary. It was actually a terrible documentary and had its own controversies, as can be seen here. I was actually asked to be in this documentary, to which I declined, and they still put me in there anyways. The situations that Anision was in skirted on the edge of legal and illegal. He would do things like travel to states to be with girls who were just of age to have consensual relations, which in general, my opinion on that, is very creepy. I don't know if I need to go into more detail on that one, but in one situation with a girl named Taylor, she was only 17 years old. Greg knowingly entered a relationship with Taylor while she was underage and attending high school. Greg met with lawyers frequently to confirm the legality of their relationship. While Taylor's father objected that it was illegal in his opinion, the age of consent in New Mexico being 17. Greg and Taylor met only 10 days, making contact online, and had relations the first day they met. So just to be clear, he traveled from Washington to New Mexico just so this would be legal. He also married this girl secretly from her parents only a month after turning 18. One situation involved someone named Sarah. Sarah spoke out and said that, well, it's a complicated situation, but I'll try to break it down for you. As you can see, Anision admitted to having consensual relations with this accuser, which wouldn't be so terribly strange if it hadn't been for the fact that this accuser was taken in by Anision and his spouse Kai when they were a young teenager. They were in their home, and at one point there was papers signed to where they were legal guardians of this young girl. Both Anision and Kai had relations with this accuser. That's not good. This is Kai, that's Anision, and this is Sarah.
What led to you going out there to visit them, and how old were you at the time when you visited them?
So I turned 16 August 5th of 2016, and I went and visited them. The trip was planned since I was 15, but I went and visited them September of 2016.
And did they hold off? Did they hold off until you were 16 for a reason? Was this deliberate?
Yeah.
And why was that? So they wouldn't be breaking the law?
Yeah, basically it was agreed upon by them, and then they told me that they weren't gonna like have me visit or anything. And I agreed because I was like, oh, I get it. Like, you know, you just want to be safe. Like, you just don't want anybody to think anything's going on. Okay.
Right.
For when I was 16 to go up there because the legal age of consent in Washington is 16.
While Sarah was still underage, Kai was sending inappropriate pictures to a minor. Edited, as you can see, this is one of those pictures that was sent to Sarah. In Anision's situation, he actually didn't touch Sarah until after she turned 18, but having the context that this is somebody that you took legal guardianship of and took care of in your own home as sort of a daughter, and then wait until she's 8. I don't want to say wait because it's an alleged event, but the fact that she had just turned 18 and then you proceeded to have this type of relationship with her, given the context, in my book, that's pretty strange. Anision's defense on this was, while Sarah was in their home, he was mean to her and he just did not like her, which I don't think that makes it any less strange. And as far as everything else, Anision says that none of these things are true, and what is out there is misconstrued in a way to make him look as guilty as possible. Shortly after the documentary came out, YouTube decided to kick him from the partner program, completely demonetizing all of his channels, so he's not making money. In a January 2021 tweet, YouTube says, after careful review, we confirm that this creator's channels have been suspended from the YouTube partner program indefinitely for violating creators' responsibility policies. As confirmed in an article to Mashable. And in all, Anision had been accused of ABUSC and grooming by at least 6 women. And since then, Anision's been trying multiple ways to make money on the internet, but it's clear that these platforms don't want him. Around January 16, 2020, Anision was booted off the platform Twitch. Several months later, on October 2021, they let him back on. He was confirmed to still be verified, but currently is not. He was even banned from TikTok. He even got banned from Patreon, but it's important to note that it wasn't because of these alleged things. It was literally because he doxed a woman on their platform. Apparently, he doxed a woman because she was alleging that he wouldn't leave her alone and manipulated her into an inappropriate relationship. So as you can see, if you mess up online this much, it doesn't matter what platform you go to. It's not an eggs in one basket type thing. If you have done something like this or you've created so much controversy like this, you're not welcome on any platform, it seems. Needless to say, after I see more details about this, after tweeting, asking you guys what you wanted me to cover on my YouTube channel, which you should definitely follow the Twitter. It's at ZillaRage. Somebody told me that Anision came back to YouTube. I said, what? Yeah, and even worse, he was given a channel to upload on YouTube Kids. WTF, I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna sum it up right here. That's terrifying. It's also important for me to say that all the Anision things were alleged, and none of these things were proven to be true, even though some of the things are really creepy and skirted the line of legality and pretty much tells you that he's just not the greatest person on the street out there walking at all. And definitely not somebody that you'd want your kids to watch, especially when his content goes down a rabbit hole that could leave them permanently scarred. One of his videos titled The Stinky Duck Song, and as you can see, it is still on YouTube Kids.
Stinky, some thought he was icky. The duck went to town, and there was a cow. The cow said, "You're stinky. Man, you're so icky."
So before you give me a rational explanation as to why I shouldn't even be making a video on this, and that he only gets 1,000 views per video, if even that, and I'm giving him more attention than he deserves, let me say this. Since this was in YouTube Kids, if a kid plays this, then the YouTube homepage will do nothing but non-stop push Anision's content to this child. Non-stop, and then they'll be stuck going down a rabbit hole of his videos. I believe that he 100% knew this, but the danger is that he's got some videos on there that are insanely damaging and is the reason that he was first canceled originally. Some of these videos have harmful things. And let's just say a lot of these videos are not kid-friendly. And some of these videos contain his ideas and general just ideologies and very just harmful opinions that you do not want your kids brainwashed on.
See the logic in cutting on yourself just because you have an identity. It's not like someone can just wave a wand and you're magically the other thing. If it were like that, I would support it, because then you wouldn't look like a science project.
Science project.
Yes, I said that.
Is this what you want, huh? Is this what you want a total meltdown?
This is being recommended to your kids. I never brought up a really good point saying that Anision must be doing this to troll people, or a continuation of his meltdown. But if he is trying to troll people, then he is trying to get us to make videos about him. I can't see a reasonable explanation as to why he decided it would be a good idea to make content for kids, because you have to go in on the back end and click this is for kids. So he's doing that.
YouTube defines it like this: videos where the main audience are children of the age of under 13, or videos that also targets this target group.
YouTube was let know about this, and they did remove said videos, but there's an issue. A user tagged YouTube and said Anision is posting on your kids app. You are allowing an alleged child P-word to use your platform to lure in kids. Do something about it. To which YouTube responds saying, I wanted to let you know that Anision's made for kids content is no longer available on YouTube or YouTube Kids. Appreciate your bringing this to our attention and for providing additional context via DM. They were let know on January 30th and took action on February 11th, 2022. That's pretty swift for YouTube. And the videos are all set to private, which means that YouTube probably sent him an email and said that, hey, you gotta take these down or we're gonna remove your channel. However, if you type in Anision topic, you can still find all of these songs, which can still be potentially harmful. It's actually not owned by Anision. I know this because I understand distribution between songs. If you use a distribution app like DistroKid, or in this case, TuneCore, then they upload this on your behalf. So even though this is a Anision topic channel, it's owned by TuneCore. My issue with this is that since it's still an Anision type channel, it still could cause the recommendations to be filled with Anision type content. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it is definitely something that needs to be looked into and is definitely a worry. It's also a loophole. By using these distribution platforms, he's still able to monetize and make money off his videos, which explains why he moved to kids content. Since YouTube had already demonetized him, this is one of his only ways to make money. So he's effectively making money off of YouTube Kids. And I can promise you, your kids don't need to see this type of content. But that being said, and as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. And as always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. Thank you to my patrons, really appreciate it. If you guys want to help support me on this channel and get your name at the end of my videos like all these guys, then I will put that in the pinned comment. Click the link, check it out, see if it's something that you want to do. Also, if you want to be notified, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Also go over to the Discord. That's a good way to get make sure you do get notifications, because I do put them out over on that. If you have a topic that you want me to cover, you at me at ZillaRage on Twitter. That's how you can get a hold of me. Just at me. I will likely see that, and I will get the message. That being said, that's just another way to show that you're ripping. If you're not ripping, you're gagging. Hey, do that. Just subscribe, notification turn on. Be in the comment section for every single video, because I'm going to be there. Greg the Cat's going to be there, and the rest of the Repsol community as well. And I expect to be there, because this channel loves you. There I am, back to doing it fast again. I got to take Greg to the vet, so wish me luck.